Rain and hail forcing our crews to run for cover today in Rio Linda. We're also seeing it all tonight and then some, triggering a KCRA 3 weather alert day. Thanks for joining us tonight at 11. I'm Curtis Mayer.
And I'm Andrea Flores. This is a live look over Interstate 80 just east of Truckee right now. Chain controls are in effect for both east and westbound lanes, and it's been that way all day long.
And this is just a tiny portion of the active weather we're seeing across the state tonight. Governor Gavin Newsom declaring a state of emergency for LA, Orange, Riverside, San Bernardino, San Diego, and Shasta counties.
And while just one of these counties is here in Northern California, our region is still seeing severe weather. These are videos showing downed trees, hail, and even thunder, all captured in Sacramento County. The National Weather Service issued a flash flood warning for Sacramento, Placer, and southeastern Sutter counties earlier today.
An evacuation warning is in effect right now in Calaveras County along Cosgrove Creek, which flooded homes in 2023. Here's the evacuation map of Valley Springs. You can see the area highlighted in yellow, outlined there in green. It spans from Silver Rapids Road to Vista del Lago Drive. If you live in this area, you should have a bag packed and be ready to leave at a moment's notice.
We do have team coverage tonight with Andres Valle in Live Tracker 3, but first we want to check in with KCRA 3 meteorologist Heather Waldman. So Heather, what are you tracking right now?
Yeah, we're talking about the winds first because that's what's going to be picking up over the next few hours. Just like last night into early this morning, we've got another round of these potentially damaging winds for the east side of the valley and for the foothills. Wind gusts right now, you're hearing it. If you're just getting back from maybe Christmas Eve Mass, you certainly felt it over the last couple of hours. But winds are gusting between 25 and 35 miles per hour. That's not at a level where we're concerned about damage. That's going to change once we get past midnight tonight. This is a strong storm system, the second out of two that we've seen over the last 24 hours or so. It's moving eastward, and I've drawn the wind arrows here around it so you can see the closer those wind arrows get, that's where it's representing that stronger wind, a strong cold front coming through. Winds at Point Reyes right at the coast have been gusting close to 50 miles per hour for the last couple of hours. That's closest to that front that's going to be swinging through between 2 a.m. and 8 a.m. I know overnight when lots of us are trying to sleep, or hey, maybe the kids are waking you up ready for Christmas presents, that wind is going to be going, especially in the valley and the foothills, with gusts up to 60 miles per hour. So unfortunately, the concern for more tree damage when we wake up Christmas morning and for widespread outages too. I'll be back to talk about rain and snow in a minute.
All right, sounds good, Heather. Thank you. Now we want to check in with KCRA 3's Andres Valle in Live Tracker 3. So Andres, where are you right now?
Well, yeah, Andrea, we actually decided to leave Calaveras County and work our way back here to Sacramento County just to show you kind of a look at what the roads are. And I can tell you from that hour drive or so, roads are dry. Things have pretty much kind of dried up. We haven't seen any ponding on those roadways, but it was a different story earlier in the night over there in Calaveras County, specifically in Spring Valley. That's where we saw the evacuation warning because of that Cosgrove Creek beginning to, water levels beginning to rise there. And some of those properties along that creek started to flood. Rising waters in Valley Springs Christmas Eve, rushing neighbors to look out for each other.
They all came over and volunteered and helped me. You know, that was really nice of them.
Helping to prevent homes from flooding on Grouse Drive.
It's what we do. I mean, you know, I make a few phone calls and then neighbors show up from a couple blocks away, friends show up from around the corner.
They had extra sandbags across the street they gave me, brought over.
Giving a helping hand to Ed Craig, the newest member on the block. He says he's only lived in his house for 8 months. His house backs up into the Cosgrove Creek that is now overflowing with water due to the recent storm. Calaveras County issuing an evacuation warning for the area.
This is not how you want to spend Christmas.
No, I have my daughter flew in from Massachusetts. Haven't seen in 3 years.
3 doors down, Roger Anderson keeping a close eye on his parents' property.
Yeah, he brought it up 18 inches and it still floods.
Roger says his parents have tried to mitigate the flooding from the creek for the 3 decades they lived here. Tonight, people in this neighborhood standing by in case they have to evacuate.
Just hoping it doesn't come up.
Are you guys ready to go if need be?
I won't go anywhere. I will never leave because you got those predators that want to come and just start peeling everybody's property.
Well, I just told her to get all the documents we need and some other things, and the rest is just going to have to stay.
And keep in mind, it's an evacuation warning as of right now there in Valley Springs. It's not an order just yet, but if, again, those water levels could rise throughout the night, and you have to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. That area also did flood about 2 years ago, flooding about 20 homes. But back here, at least on the roadways here in Sacramento, we're approaching downtown. Things are looking good. We're not dealing with any of those wet roads, just a little damp in certain spots, but for the most part, things are still looking good as of right now. Again, like Heather mentioned, things could change. But for now, reporting live in Live Tracker 3, Andres Valle, KCRA 3 News.
All right, nice to see that break in the storm. Thanks, Andres.
And we want to turn back to Heather right now. So when will the weather calm down? Will that happen in time for Christmas?
In time for Christmas, no. By the time we get to the weekend, things will be drying out and the winds will no longer be an issue. Tomorrow's going to be almost a repeat of what we saw today. Maybe not exactly where we saw those thunderstorms pop up, but we start with the high winds, we get the scattered storms throughout the day, and we've got the snow all day long in the Sierra. So this is what the radars look like over the past hour. Hit and miss with those downpours, mainly along into the west of I-5. Strong little cell, though, in central Butte County. It just moved right west of Oroville with some small hail, some gusty winds, a lot of lightning with that as well. But these showers here from Knights Landing back through Winters, a little bit more benign, just some scattered showers, but they are coming with some gusty winds as that line initially approaches. Snow is not as heavy as it was earlier today, but it is still falling. It's still accumulating over the summits, and we still have chain controls on 80, 50, and 88. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. But here's a look at the amount of rain we've seen just over the last 24 hours. From Highway 50 southward into the foothills, that's where the jackpot was today. So Andres was talking about creek flooding in Calaveras County. Arnold there, over 3.5 inches of rain. Placerville, close to 2 inches of rain. Most of that coming late last night into early this morning. And valley spots anywhere from 1/2 inch to 1 inch of rain just today. This is what 80 looks like near Truckee. The road here is just wet, but going up and over Donner Summit, it's likely still going to be very slow going. So chain controls on 80, 50, and 88. I do not expect this to change very much over the next couple of days. There's some, storm systems that as they come through, we can find you windows where it's going to be okay to travel in the Sierra. I'm just going to recommend you not do that tomorrow or even Friday. Here comes that line of thunderstorms first thing tomorrow morning. Breaks in the rain by mid-morning, but then we'll start to get more of these lines coming through. One more in the evening, and then things slowly start to settle down into Friday. We'll look at the extended forecast in a few minutes.
All right, thank you. And a reminder, take things slow as you drive through the Sierra. A live picture right here at Highway 50 in Kybers, and you can see the trees. Can you see through there? They're blown around. It's hard to see. That sign says chain controls are in effect from Twin Bridges to Myers. Chains are also required over the summit of 80. Crews working hard earlier today to plow the roads. Caltrans says do not travel over the passes unless you have to. And if you do hit the road, expect delays, especially once you hit those chain control checkpoints.
And even if you stay home for the holidays, the storm could still impact you. This is a look at power outages across the state. This reflects data from PG&E, San Diego Gas and Electric, and Southern California Edison. Now, of these three utilities combined, roughly 60,000 people are without power. SMUD is not included in this map, but reports roughly 90 people are without power tonight. Now, we spoke with PG&E earlier today to see what they're doing to try and keep these numbers down.
We also have our emergency operations centers open so that we can logistically get people out into the field as soon as we get word of any kind of issues. So really, we are working around the clock and just making sure that we have as many people out in the field as possible so that we can get power restored as fast as possible. If you see low or downed power lines, always assume they're live. Keep yourself and others away and call 911 and PG&E immediately.
You can stay up to date on the weather throughout the holidays by downloading the KCRA 3 app. You can watch our most recent newscast there and find weather updates from our team of meteorologists.